Supra. That's how you're supposed to spell it, right? The A80 versus the A90, the Mark IV versus the Mark V, the 2JZ versus the B58. Which is better? This is Revved and Ready. I'm Agent, and we're about to find out. The two most iconic Japanese sportsters on the street, the Mark IV and the Mark V Toyota Supras. Now, if you can see by my highly, don't mind the heads, this is the only mic I have at the moment. But as you can see by my great drawing, you guys should leave a like just for that. You see how much effort I put into that? It was a good amount of effort. Anyways, we're going to be talking about why the Mark V is actually a really decent car and why it shouldn't be hated for being a BMW. So make sure to like the video right now, make sure to subscribe for more content, and yeah, let's get right into it. So starting off, let's talk about the legacy, the history of the Toyota Supra. Now, the Toyota Supra wasn't named a Supra. It wasn't supposed to be a Supra. It was actually called the Celica. The Celica was a Japanese sports car which started production. Siri, when did the Celica start production? So the Celica started in 1978 as Toyota's sports car. Now, when they started it, it was great. They came over to America and they renamed themselves as Datsun. Wait, no, that was Nissan. Anyways, they came over and everybody liked it, right? They had the Mark 1, Mark 2s, and Mark 3s, I believe. They made a bunch of Celicas and Supras, and after 1978 generation, they actually parted ways and actually made the Supra into its own separate brand, and there the legacy was born, or it got made into an adult. So the Supra was an amazing car, and the one that's most iconic is the Mark IV, and that's for that 2JZ. 2JZ was a bulletproof straight 6 motor that can easily produce 300 to 400 horsepower with just a single tune. It really is crazy. Now, the Supra was known as probably one of the best cars of the 90s JDM era for that bulletproof 2JZ making so much horsepower, the unique rounded body styling, and the fact that that it came in a manual. Yeah, we don't have many of those today. But no, either way, rear-wheel drive manual producing a ton of horsepower to the ground. It was a really great marvel of engineering. So what happened to the Supra? In 2002, they stopped production of the Toyota Supra, and that was the last anybody ever heard of them. Recently, though, well, not really so recently, in 2007 at the North American International Auto Show, the future Toyota Hybrid Sport was unveiled. It was a pretty nice concept car. The concept car at the time was something unique and had futuristic styling and looks. That car was also thought to be the next Toyota Supra. It's what everybody thought would be the greatest thing in the world with its unique look. But in 2010, in 2010, Toyota applied for the Supra trademark name, but in order for it to be a valid trademark, they had to be used within the next 3 years. By that time, the Toyota 86 was a thing that was a great car, besides, you know, the lack of horsepower. Anyways, though, people thought that this was going to be a successor to the 86, something that's going to have more horsepower, unique styling, and great power, and just a great car overall. In 2013, Autoblog reported that there was going to be a concept car at the North American International Auto Show, something by the name of, I don't know if you've heard of it, Supra? Yeah. In 2014, the FT1 concept was unleashed. Honestly, I think it looks better than the actual Supra now. But, you know, it's a concept car, so can't really get what we want. In 2016, there was a trademark application for Supra in Europe, and by 2018, everybody pretty much knew that a new Supra was coming out. The question is, when? What does it look like officially? And of course, the $1,000,000 question, the powertrain. And in 2018, it was released. It had pretty good looks compared to its older brother, and it had a 4-cylinder and a 6-cylinder option, a 2-liter 4-banger, the B48, and a 3-liter 6-cylinder, which would be dubbed the B58. Same engine in the Z4. Now let's talk about why it's receiving hate, and I already kind of mentioned it, but everybody says it's basically a Z4, BMW Z4. Yes, Toyota partnered with BMW to make this inspirational marvel, and honestly, I don't think that it was anything bad. Now here's what's going through my mind, right? Everything on pen and paper sounds great, right? You know, you get a car, you have BMW help you so that you don't have to engineer the actual drivetrain by yourself, so you save money, therefore getting the car for cheaper. And then also with parts, they already have all the molds and everything, so you could just buy it from them, and you're not gonna have to waste any money with that either. So it's gonna be a cheap, fast, nice sports car. That was the plan. But as soon as everybody figured out that BMW pretty much engineered the majority of this car, everybody just received hate for it. Everybody thought that it was a BMW more than a Toyota, and quite honestly it was. It was Toyota's unsuccessful resurrection of one of its most unique sports cars to ever roam the market. One of the best sports cars, if I do say so myself. Now let's talk about why it's actually a decent car. The B58 from BMW actually produces a stock 300 and something horsepower, I honestly don't remember, and that's the 6-banger 3-liter. There's also the premium version, but I'm pretty sure that's just more like of a luxury package, so we don't really need that. So this car can produce 300 horsepower off the bat, which is pretty great stock. Now, there's a bunch of people that did custom builds of Supras online, and they honestly look pretty good. You have Stradman's wide-body purple one that he sold. I know nobody really talks about vehicle versions anymore, but he had one with a turbo downpipes and a tune, and that stuff already makes 700 horsepower. The fact that Toyota just wanted something amazing. They wanted something cheap and great with power, and that's what they got. Unfortunately, though, by public eyes, that's not what they wanted. They wanted something completely Toyota, and that probably, I could imagine that would already go into the $100,000 price range for a car. And at that point, would people even want the car? Honestly, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think they should have, I think they did the right move. Just the way that the public's reaction to it didn't go the best, and that's unfortunately why it failed. Now, the Supras, I would honestly take a Mark IV over Mark V any day. I like the Mark Vs. It's decent how it looks. I don't think it looks bad. At least it's not a part-spin car like the back of the C8. Who said that? Wow, who said that? The B58 engine makes a ton of power. It'll probably be nothing compared to the 2JZ. That was just something, a marvel of its time, and it was great how that happened. Quite honestly, I would want a Supra, but they're kind of just expensive now, especially with all the hype after them. And yeah. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I know I said that a lot, but like, please do. Let me know if you want me to do more of like now versus then, or I don't even know what the series is gonna be called, but let me know. Kind of want to do one on like some other cars like the C8, maybe a GTR, but GTRs are kind of decent. But they should have done the GTRs at a manual. I know everybody says that. I think it would have been really freaking sick though. Same thing with the Supras. They're supposed to be reportedly coming in a manual 2021 year, I believe. Who knows if that's actually going to be true, but I really hope it does because I think that'd be sick. I know there's like one that somebody made that's already a manual. That'd be so freaking sick. Anyways, guys, yeah, I hope you have a great day or a bad one. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. And yeah, bye. Can we just take a moment to admire that for like 2 seconds? Like, that's pretty great.